Hi, Sam. Today, we're going to learn an interesting word.
Modell.
Hi, Alex.
Modell.
What does that mean?
Great question.
Modell.
Means model in English. It's commonly used to refer to a representation of something, like in design or fashion. Just be careful, as it can sometimes be confused with the English word model in the sense of a role model or someone to look up to.
That's interesting. So, what about the grammar of
Modell.
Modell.
Is a neuter noun, so you use the article.
Das.
In the plural, it becomes.
Die Modelle.
To give you a full picture, in the present tense, you could say,
Das Modell ist schön.
which means the model is beautiful. In the past tense, you might say,
Das Modell war teuer.
meaning the model was expensive. And in perfect, you say,
Das Modell hat gut funktioniert.
which translates to the model has worked well.
wow, that's a lot. Can you break that down a little more?
Sure. So, the past tense, or prateritum, for
Sein.
to be, is,
War.
and for
Funktionieren.
to work, it's.
Funktionierte.
In perfect, you use the auxiliary verb
Hat.
with the past participle. So, we have
Hat funktioniert.
for has worked. And the imperative form could be
Modell. Zeig dich.
which means model, show yourself.
Got it. What's the origin of the word?
Modell.
Modell.
Comes from the Latin word,
Modulus.
which means a small measure or model. It's fascinating how the meaning has evolved, adapting to various fields like architecture, fashion, and even thinking in psychology.
That is really cool. How can we break down the word itself?
Good question. The word
Modell.
doesn't really split into parts since it's not a compound word. However, you can connect it to the idea of measuring something or a small version of something, which helps in remembering its meaning.
I see. Are there similar words in German?
Absolutely. There are several. For example, there's,
Modellbau.
which means model building, and,
Modellflieger.
meaning model airplane. Both have the prefix,
Modell.
and follow the same pattern. Then you have,
Modellierung.
meaning modeling, which adds the suffix,
Irung.
indicating a process.
That's interesting. What about other words with the same prefix?
Sure. You also have
Modellagentur,
which is a modeling agency, and
Mode,
meaning fashion. With the same suffix, you can find
Produktion,
meaning production, and
Reaktion.
meaning reaction. All of these words relate back to the idea of creating or representing something.
I'd like to practice using.
Modell.
Can you give me some situations where I can use it?
Of course. Imagine you're discussing a new car at a dealership. You could say,
Das neue Modell ist sehr schnell.
which means the new model is very fast.
Das neue Modell ist sehr schnell.
Perfect. Another situation could be at a fashion show. You might say,
Dieses Modell trägt ein schönes Kleid.
meaning this model is wearing a beautiful dress.
Dieses Modell trägt ein schönes Kleid.
Excellent. Lastly, when talking about a prototype in a meeting, you could say,
Wir müssen das Modell testen.
which means we need to test the model.
Wir müssen das Modell testen.
Great job. Now, let's talk about the gender of.
Modell,
Since it's neuter, you can remember it by the ending.
L,
In German, neuter nouns often end with
Chen, Ment.
That's a handy trick.
Also, a vivid image could be a small toy model car. When you think of,
Modell,
picture that little car zooming around.
I love that. Are there any common phrases I should know?
Yes. You can say,
Das Modell wählen.
which means to choose the model.
Das Modell präsentieren.
Meaning to present the model, and
Ein Modell erstellen.
which translates to create a model. Just remember, the word is mostly used in a neutral or formal context.
Got it. Any similar words I should watch out for?
Yes. Be careful with
Modell,
and,
Muster.
which means sample. They can sometimes confuse learners. Another similar word is
Modifikation.
meaning modification, which also carries a specific context.
That's really helpful. Can you quiz me on what I've learned?
Absolutely. First question, what is the gender of?
Modell,
It's neuter.
Correct. Second question, what's the plural form?
Die Modelle.
Yes. Third question, what is the past tense of?
sein.
That would be.
War.
Great. Fourth question, can you give me a sentence using
Modell,
in the perfect?
Das Modell hat gut funktioniert.
Perfect. Last question, what's a related word that means model airplane?
Modellflieger.
You nailed it, Sam. Today, we learned about
Modell.
its meanings, grammar, and usage.
Thanks, Alex. This was really interesting, and I feel more confident using the word now.
I'm glad to hear that. Keep practicing, and you'll continue to improve. See you next time.